Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to the Bricks King podcast, where I'm going to bend your ear about Lego, review those amazing bricks of plastic, and discuss what is new and up and coming around the Lego world. I'm your Minifigure host, Matt. Let's build on it. Welcome in, everybody. How are we doing today? Another episode, another interview, another great person that I had an opportunity to have a very great discussion with. I was going to say long, but it wasn't actually that long, but today, you are blessed with the opportunity to be able to hear from Ethan The Artisan, and Ethan's builds are absolutely stinking incredible. So please make sure you follow his account. I hope you enjoy this interview because I could have probably talked to him for another hour just about the different things that he has done and continues to do, and just the builds are incredible. Make sure you check my social media to see the pictures of a few of his builds and also his as well, because my goodness, they are going to be things you are going to be seeing on Lego Masters at some point. I'm calling my shot right now. Ethan will be on Lego Masters. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the interview. All right, guys. Next interview that we have today for Bricks Clean is Ethan from Ethan The Artisan on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all the socials. He's brought a crazy amount of stuff here, but I've been waiting to be able to get you on, Ethan. I know it's been a crazy wild day. You know, as soon as the doors unlocked this morning, people were just like, whew, and they were attracted to your stuff. Welcome to the show.
Yes, I'm excited to be here.
And tell us a little bit about what you brought. I snapped a bunch of pictures, but tell me a little bit about what you brought today.
So I've brought a mixture of many different things. One thing that I'm really happy with my builds is that each one is different. I have a robot with a heart and a city inside of its head. So that one is really cool and an idea of mine that I'm very proud of. And then I also have a bunch of food. I have a realistic hamburger basket.
Like, I looked at it. I don't care that it was 9 o'clock in the morning. I was hungry.
I have gotten a lot of comments about that, which is hilarious. And then I got just random food characters like some singing chicken nuggets and a hot dog with a fork ready to attack whatever. I also have a cyberpunk speeder portal chase, which is really cool. I'm really happy with how that one turned out. It was also another original idea of mine, which I've been in a Portals mood for a while. I really like the whole idea, and I'd love to do more things with Portals in the future. Yeah.
So I know this morning you were talking about your mixer that's over there.
Yes.
Is it? And you said I got to get it working or whatever. Mm-hmm. So is it functional?
The mixer is. I've taken my mixer to 3 conventions, and the first one I forgot something, and I wasn't able to do it. You know, a convention. You're always forgetting something. And then I went to Brick Fair, Virginia, and I also brought my mixer, but it accidentally broke, and I didn't. You know, it was very the whole convention was crazy, and I had a blast. But I didn't have time I didn't want to put aside time to fix the mixer because I wanted to hang out with everybody. Yeah. But this is the first convention where my mixer it's up and running, so that is super cool. But one thing I did with that newer motor style, you have to have an app. So I'm only able to run either my robot or my mixer. So there's always a story. You're always forgetting something. I need to create a checklist, a convention checklist, so I don't need to forget anything.
But hey, you know what? They are incredible builds. I was attracted to the robot immediately this morning when I walked in at like 8:30. I was like, holy crap, that is cool.
Thank you
I
so
didn't
much.
even realize there was a city, and it said I saw the heart. Does it light up at all? I didn't know.
Yes, it does. The eyes light up, and the heart actually spins. But this is my 3rd convention of the year, and I think I fried the motor. So now I have to change the story that the city got corrupt, and now that made the robot lose that connection. And
sure.
Yeah, the story went full circle.
Yeah. So, I mean, some of the builds that you have over here that you've gone through, I immediately wanted to ask you, have you thought about Lego Masters at all?
Oh, that's something that I would love to do in the future. Maybe, one of the next times.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see.
The
We'll
next
just have to
casting
wait
call.
and see
Yeah.
see what happens.
Well, I mean, they reach out a lot through social media and stuff, and it would not shock me at all if one of the casting directors was like, "Hey, Ethan, we like your builds. Do you?" And it's a really cool process to go through. But I think you would make it. I really do. I know everybody's like, "No, my builds aren't that great. I'm not." If you look at what these people do, I don't quite. Everybody has a talent. You have a unique talent, and I'm sure you could hang. I have no doubt in my mind. But so let's talk about your building. Obviously, you didn't just pop out of your mom and start building like this. So where did it begin, and how did it get to this point?
Man, it really started when I was very young. I very close with my family, and basically I have two older brothers, and they were big fans of Lego, and I kind of just hopped right in with it,
Sure.
with them. My first set was we all got the 2008 Republic gunship, which is
Okay.
a phenomenal set, and it really just started tumbleweeded from there. Got more sets, and then I even remember building my own characters. I absolutely love making character builds, and I was even building character builds back then. But of course, when you first start out, it's not going to be the best, and that's really, if you were to start something, go ahead and start now. The more you do of whatever you like, whether it's music or Lego building. Start now, and the more you build or do whatever you love, the better you get, the more experience you get.
Yeah, those are very good words. I hear that a lot from builders, but it is very true. Just you just got to keep building. Just because you're like, it doesn't look that good. Just you can always improve. You can always get better. And obviously, you end up with something like this with a robot that has a broken heart today, a burned out heart, and then you got the city inside. But obviously, you got up to this point. What is your inspiration behind some of these builds? I know you said they're like original to you. Your own idea. Where's the inspiration come from?
Oh, well, I absolutely love sci-fi movies. I mean, movies are just fantastic, and I love watching them, and I really like creating my own stories. And I'm not the best at drawing or making my own movies or whatever, but I can build Lego, and I can share my story that way, and it's a way to express my art.
It's interesting you put it that way. So let me think about this. So they have the Lego house. I can't remember what it's called. Whatever Martin called, not Martin. Yes, Martin called it. If you had an opportunity to have something displayed in the Lego house for the year, like right now, if he were to come by, or Stuart, not Martin, if Stuart were to come by and be like, "Hey, Ethan, we want to take something of yours. What is your input?" What would you say right now?
Oh, it's got to be my robot, the Heart of the City.
Okay.
That is one of I'm very proud of that build. It is, when I came up with the idea for that model, it is one of my only mocks where I had the idea and it came out better. The results came out better than what I had originally thought, and I can't say that a lot.
Well, it for those that didn't see it or can't see it, I've taken photos of it. It's incredible. The size of it, just everything, the way it works. I didn't get to see it working in action, but just seeing how everything just kind of goes together, it's a really cool build. So do you have, obviously as a kid, the Republic gunship, like you had said, are you a big Star Wars person? Is that like your wheelhouse for Lego?
Oh yeah, I absolutely love Star Wars. When I've watched it hundreds of times, it feels like, I've watched it, especially when I was younger, it was always on.
So do you have any desire to eventually do like a Star Wars mock of some kind, like a scene, like or a craft, or?
I have built a Star Wars Tensegrity, a dual on Mustafar Tensegrity that actually lights up, which is really cool. I'm very happy with that one as well. And man, more from Star Wars. We'll see. That's one of those things that I go one day at a time, and we'll just have to wait and see if I build anything from Star Wars.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you have anything that you'd be willing to share now? Do you have anything that you're working on that you might display in the future? Or do you have any projects you're like, you know what? I need to do this. This is my this is my goal right here?
Not really anything at the moment. I mean, I'd love to create. One thing I've been doing on my TikTok is I've been getting building models from CMF minifigure lines.
Okay,
Basically, getting all the figures and building a mock from each character. That's a good way to find inspiration. You have this figure and you basically build a theme around it, which is really cool. And I absolutely love making those mocks and videos. And I've also been kind of wanting to get into steampunk. It's one of those things that. I have, it's starting to grow a little bit with the Lego community, but there's not many sets, and I would love to build some sort of big steampunk ship. I think that would be really cool.
Interesting. Well, if you do, I need you to put it on Lego Ideas.
Oh,
because there's steampunk on there, but there's never enough. Never ever. In that same vein, have you ever thought, you know what? Hey, I'm going to build this mock, and I really like it. I'm going to throw it up there. Do you have anything on Lego Ideas right now?
I have not yet, but I've been wanting to put my robot, the Heart of the City, on it.
I think you should.
That would be really
I think
cool.
you really should. Well, you never know. You might be one of the, I don't know.
Get 10,000 votes and become an actual Lego set.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be amazing.
Up for vote. Absolutely. I have no idea what that was. That was a loud boom. It sounded like thunder, but it's not thunder. So with that in mind, is there anything else? Obviously, we'll shout out your... well, let me ask this. How has TikTok been for you? Because I know there's a lot that Lego is really pushing...
For maybe a small Star Wars ship that might have disappeared from one of our tables, that would be amazing. I'm in the center table with all the microfighters. It's a little green lady with a purple. Oh yeah, and make it over to Frankie's table. Thank you, everybody. Continue to enjoy the event.
Well, if you guys couldn't hear that, there's a little Star Wars microfighter ship that has gone missing.
A convention drama.
Maybe,
oh no.
Maybe sticky hands. So TikTok, very much popular. Lego is trying to pull more TikTokers to be ambassadors and stuff like that. The promotion of it. How do you find using TikTok with Lego? I mean, do you have a pretty good group of people that the reception is really good? Or
for me, TikTok has been very well for me. I've managed to get over 1 million followers on that platform, which is absolutely amazing. And from my experience, I've had I have a great community, and I absolutely love the platform. Short form content is really the top. It's very it's doing very well, and I absolutely love TikTok and creating the style of video. It's from the way I make my videos, it's a way to show my builds and also my personality at the same time, which is really cool. I absolutely love, it's a way to show my personality and builds, and that is really fun to do.
So with that in mind, like I said, Lego's always looking for new ambassadors and stuff like that, and reaching different people in different platforms, podcasting, YouTube, Twitch, other streaming. Have you ever thought about becoming an ambassador? Because, I mean, you're young enough. If I'm not mistaken, your mom said you're 19?
Yes.
Yeah. So that should give you guys a reference on these crazy builds. Anyway, have you ever thought about maybe becoming a ambassador?
Oh, absolutely. I've definitely thought of it, and it could be something that I do in the future. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away. All right. Okay. Well, let us know where everybody can find you. All your socials that you're popular on that you...
So my username is Ethan the Artisan on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are my main 3 platforms. And that's, I guess, where you can find me.
Find him. Find all his stuff. Become part of the following on TikTok. Do you have a name for the group? Like your followers?
I've thought of a lot. I'm trying to come up with something. One of my builds is singing chicken nuggets. I was thinking, do I want to call my followers chicken nuggets? We'll see.
Hey, singing chicken nuggets. How's everybody doing today? You know what? It has a good ring to it. It's unique. It's different. I like that. All right, Ethan. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing your
thank you.
builds.
Thank you for inviting me. This was awesome.
And make sure you guys check out his social medias and see what he's working on. And hopefully you run into him at a convention, Brick Rodeo or national conventions. And Ethan, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, that's going to wrap up another episode here. I hope you guys, like I said, enjoyed the interview. I thought it was really fun. Ethan is a really great guy to talk to. Hopefully, if you have an opportunity to come across him at one of the shows, hopefully he goes to some of the bigger ones and not just here in Texas. But if you have an opportunity, make sure you go check out his stuff. Chat him up a little bit because he's a really interesting person to talk to. He talked with so many people throughout the day of the show that I was there. Anyway, that's going to wrap this up. And until we meet again, I'm your minifig host, Matt. Let's build on it.